r/2XChromosomes. Worldly Scientist 25 says. How to cope with feelings of hatred toward men. Why do we, women, have to be the bigger person? I think there needs to be more of a conversation about how women can cope with their valid anger toward men. I don't feel bad when men try to play the victim and say some women, or feminists, are man-hating, because honestly I wish more women were man-hating. Every day I hear about horrible shit happen to women all over the world at the hands of men, and every day my faith in these creatures vanishes. It's like in the negatives and I start to not think of them as human, because so many of them have shown use in the world how inhuman they can be. I'm starting to think there's some truth to the saying that women are the more evolved sex. Don't try to say women do bad things too, because you and I both know it's not to the same scale of men's evil. I have a hard time seeing the humanity in them nowadays, and we're not allowed to talk about feeling this way. Why? For fear of what? Hurting their precious feelings? Go to hell. Men's misogyny/hatred for women has never been valid. Science proves them wrong every time. But boy do women show many more and valid reasons to hate men. I just know it's not productive. But maybe as a collective they'll finally learn empathy. The only thing that helps is something I saw once, which was that I was hating men as a concept, not men themselves. I also have to think about to the good ones every time I get triggered by a news story/headline. There are some male YouTubers I love to watch who genuinely remind me there are good. Edna Glasgow says. R/ask men is the cesspool of Reddit, I swear. Every second comment is women just hate men, feminism is just man hating, it's freaking depressing. Then they complain, why are women giving their opinion in a forum for men to answer? IDK, maybe because 90% of the responses are misogynistic AF and should be contested. Sveshadilodix says. Then they complain, why are women giving their opinion in a forum for men to answer? Right, because they never give their opinions in forums for women to answer. Luda0915 says. I will not go near that subreddit with the digital equivalent of a 50-foot barge pole. Castratrix says. Men use your empathy against you. I've long stopped being the bigger person, frick that. Any Championship 4306 says. Yes. I've experienced this recently. A male colleague got a divorce and cried to me for days on end. He now hates me because I saw him when he was weak. Stop helping men. Do nothing. Verocidal says. Lol, I was talking to someone earlier who said women are the cause of all the world's problems, with evidence, and I'm just like, nah bro, I'm not even gonna waste my time. Not a bot, I swear, says. Well, they do give birth to all the people, and people are the real problem /s. Rebel Sai says. 4B forever. Angulisis says. I've been using the hashtag 4B for life for over a year now, and honestly it's the only way to have peace. Zinowski2 says. r/brothel and r/men's lib are spaces for healthy masculinity. It's men being there for each other and trying to navigate a world where a lot of bad things are being done to a lot of people. I make a point not to comment unless women's opinion is asked for. BC, I do appreciate it when men respect women's spaces. But I also do spend time in there reading through threads. Men talking about men's issues, not just to play victim and muddy the waters as women's issues are being discussed. It's a beacon of hope that good men do exist, and I'm happy they found each other, and it's genuinely opened my eyes up to certain things I wouldn't have otherwise considered. I think it's helpful for us to understand each other when it's well-meaning. That being said, I'm in agreement with 4B. I'm not dating right now, and do my best to not waste my time on men that aren't the kinds of men you might find on the subs I mentioned. And the number of men I've met IRL who would fall under healthy masculinity or feminist are very low. But I do try to keep the good ones close. Worldly Scientist 25 says. Thank you for telling me about those sub/men. That does give me hope. I may go look in there every now and then. Older Spruce says, honestly, I just have relationships with men that don't hate me, which is hard to come by. As long as I have sweethearts in my vicinity, I then normalize respect in my environment. r/2XChromosomes. Meow46 says, I'm tired of women's pants. Hi all, I 25 female, work a corporate job and am so tired of pants, jeans, slacks, trousers, basically anything that has a constricting waistline. I feel like so much discomfort and even digestive issues comes from having internal organs being pinched at the midsection when sitting, even with perfectly tailored pants, when sitting down, or existing throughout the day. Bodies fluctuate and bloat all the time. Pants, and specifically women's pants, meant to cinch and snatch the tummy, are the antithesis to this. So, want to ask to this group, what are some pant solutions that adapt to your body and do not constrict, but still look formal or nice? For instance, don't look like pajamas? Basically, I'm ready to enter my stylish grandma era where I only wear things that feel good on my body. I want to feel like I'm wearing sweat pants without the look, be able to bend and be flexible in my clothes. Before anyone asks, I'm wearing the correct size pants in my day-to-day, just weary of the way they feel after wearing them all day. Don't even get me started on non-stretch denim, the bane of my existence. I'm curvy petite, 52, size 28 in jeans. Any brands or styles that are recommended for this, please leave them in the comments. I want to be comfy and free. Thanks in advance. Rakiflintstone says, are you high-waisted? I'm high-waisted and learned way too late that high-waisted pants do not constrict my guts and look more flattering on me than mid or low rise. I always avoided them because I prefer the look of low waists, but no more. Not Subreddit says, I started wearing exclusively elastic waist pants and wire-free bras during COVID and have never looked back. Life is too short to be uncomfortable in your own clothing. I found that companies like Gap and Banana Republic are great for finding stretchy pants that are work appropriate. I even found some wide leg seamed sweat pants that are on the dressier side. Systamama says, wear dresses. This old lady discovered how comfortable they are and have hardly worn pants since. Purple Marceline says, keep your eyes open for pants with elastic in their waists. Gap for example had a bunch of twill and linen pants last summer with elastic waists. I just wear a sweater, jacket or longer shirt to hide the fact it's not a tailored waistband. Elima42 says, hilariously, pregnancy pants. You can get them in formal and not formal options. They are super comfortable, they don't pinch the waist, and they usually are pretty durable. Kapurfrog42 says, what about the wide leg style of pants? I've seen them look very professional, and I think that it wouldn't be too hard to find a pair with some stretch to the waistband. House of Flick 1 says, OMG, there's so many more options now with new technical fabrics. You no longer have to constrict yourself like I did in the 90s. Winjada Spearn says, I like leggings and skirts. I don't feel restricted at all in them. Kampish says, I've been struggling with pants too, but in a different setting. I need work pants that fit me well enough to not be restrictive, but aren't baggy enough to get caught, that have adequate pockets, that are long enough for me, but small enough in the waist, and they have to be black. Didn't seem like it should be hard, but I'm 5'8" and size 022. Do you think I've been able to find something suitable? Nope, 3 sizes too big, short in the legs, shitty quality that won't survive, colorful or patterned, or straight up just gives me a wedgie and digs into my waist if I crouch. Weirdly enough, the only suitable thing I found is a pair of cargo jeans from Aritza. I went back for another pair, but they no longer have them. Here off the good says, I was just looking at super stretchy pants from Hallara. Maybe check them out. Your face 358 says, I recently found elastic waistband cotton pants at Old Navy. The ones I got are the utility puller pants. They have several colors, elastic waistbands, high rise, and massive pockets. Like both my work phone and personal phone fit in one pocket. The sizing is fantastic as well. I'm very tall and not skinny, and these are the best pants I've ever had. I was in the same position. I work in it, where I sit at a desk, but also have to walk around my building a lot and occasionally crawl under desks to fix cables. We have a business casual dress code, with t-shirts on Fridays. These pants are great for the whole week. Super comfortable, look great, and breathable. Not too hot in the summer, not cold in the winter. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.